Good morning. Gypie and I are heading out at 6:36 on day 43 of the 603 Outsiders Great North American Adventure. We're way out in prairie country, ranching country, in far east Wyoming. South Dakota is only a few miles behind us. So we're heading back to the regular Highway 85, which will take us up to Four Corners, which we hop on some other road. But we'll get to Devil's Tower today. Gypie's good. We're ready to roll. All right then. We camped among the cows last night. They're everywhere. I think something else that I really appreciate about this part of the country, it's so remote, just ranches, working people, oil, no litter anywhere. Where I boondocked last night on that old Highway 85, which is nothing more than a 2-track now, I always go out and try and find litter. I found the lid to an old steel can that's probably 100 years old. I found one Miller Lite can right where I parked. And I found 2 floss picks. And I'll bet we walked 4 miles. And I'm driving now on Wyoming 117. Just green prairie now. Getting ready to get into the hills again. Not a lick of litter. Nowhere. And I talked to a rancher. His name was Fred. Older fella. He came up to where I boondocked yesterday. He was just on his way to visit a neighbor. And I told him how surprised I was and how clean it was. He didn't seem all that surprised. There were 2 bridges on old US Highway 85 that we walked to. Wood structures. Just basically platforms crossing a ravine. No more than 40, 50, 60 feet long. And I climbed underneath them to look, thinking there'd be all kinds of crap underneath there. Graffiti. I looked at both bridges underneath virtually every timber and could not find evidence of any kind of carving, names carved into, nothing, not one. When I was talking to Fred, I said, it just, where I'm at is probably not that many people come here. And he said, you'd be surprised. He wasn't a real talkative guy. But a good man. I enjoyed my talk with you. So this whole time I've been recording this video, I have not seen one piece of litter. Nothing. Completely clean. This is what I'm talking about. I get why people choose to live out here. Eastern Wyoming. There is absolutely something about the unpopulated West. Not your Jackson Holes, not your Aspens. Those places are ridiculous. But these open prairie lands, there is something magnetic about them. I don't know if it's the scale. I don't know if it is the isolation. I mean, I've heard it said that isolation brings suffering, and suffering brings enlightenment. Maybe that's it. But I just absolutely love this place. there's a nice shot. Well, I think I want to turn around. That is an amazing rock. Devil's Tower. A little rainy out here, but that's a real nice shot. When I look at a rock like this, I always wonder, could Alex Honnold climb that? Yeah, easy. Here's a view of the tower on that slope side. It's a little too rainy to throw a drone up, so we're just going to have to do with this. Although Devil's Tower has long been a prominent landmark in northeastern Wyoming, the origin of the Mammoth Rock obelisk remains somewhat obscure. Geologists agree that Devil's Tower consists of molten rock forced upwards from deep within the earth. Debate continues, however, as to whether Devil's Tower is solidified lava from the neck of an ancient volcano, the walls of which eroded long ago, or whether it is a sheet of molten rock which was injected between rock layers. The characteristic furrowed columns are apparently the result of uniformly arranged cracks which appeared during the cooling of the volcanic magma. Geologic estimates have placed the age of Devil's Tower at greater than 50 million years, although it is likely that erosion uncovered the rock only 1 or 2 million years ago. The unique geological attributes of Devil's Tower stimulated several early preservation efforts. In 1892, Wyoming Senator Francis E. Warren persuaded the General Land Office to create a timber reserve which surrounded the tower. Senator Warren also launched an unsuccessful effort to declare the entire area national park. In 1906, Congress passed the Antiquities Act, which empowered the president to bestow national monument status upon federally owned lands that contain historic landmarks, historic or prehistoric structures, and other significant historic or scientific objects. President Theodore Roosevelt quickly invoked the Antiquities Act, designating Devil's Tower the nation's first national monument in 1906. The National Park Service was created in 1916 and eventually assumed administrative control of all national monuments. This is what Gypie spends so much time chasing. Prairie dogs. Welcome to South Dakota. Well, this is quite the tunnel. Pretty sure I'll fit. 8 foot 9 inches wide. Won't fit by a lot. We are in the Custer State Park. George Armstrong Custer, who was brutally murdered by Sitting Bull and maybe Crazy Horse. I don't remember. By the end of tomorrow, I'll know though. Well, I'm somewhere out in the Black Hills, South Dakota. I'm coming up this grade and I see this 4Runner off to the side of the road with the hood up. Now, Derek knows I have an affinity for 4Runners. So I pulled over to see if they needed any help. Well, they couldn't get their doors unlocked. An old guy and his wife. But they had the thing, it was a rig. They were out overlanding. He had a winch on the front, he had a tent on top, you know, the whole 9 yards. But he had a hell of a time getting out of the truck. Well, he didn't, she did. And they had a big bird. There was a big bird in there. Bah, bah, pecking on the windshield. You see some incredibly strange things out here. Anyway, she gets out and she goes, no, we're fine. We blew a fan belt, tow truck's bringing one out. All right, then. Well, Gypie and I have called it a day. Day 43 has come to an end. We're staying at the Crooked Creek Campground. Got good Wi-Fi. Allowed me to watch the gram for about 20 minutes. About got sucked into that real hard. Oh, hear that? Heater just kicked on. It's kind of nice being able to plug in, and we got some water. We filled the water up. I went and had dinner. Oh, I'm tired. All right. Good night. Day 44, Wednesday. Gypie and I stayed at the Crooked Creek Campground. Nice place right at the foot of Custer State Park. We're going to head back into, what's the name of this little town we're next to? Something Hill. Let me look here. Let me see where the hell we're at. Let me see where the hell we're going. Well, first off, we're not in Wyoming anymore. We are in South Dakota. So we have to go to S's, South Dakota. South Dakota, don't you know? Okay, we are near Hill City. Hill City is just right up the road, which is where I'm heading right now to try and find a cup of coffee. I opened up a thing of roast beef for Gypie. I just don't like staying at these campgrounds because of their dog restrictions. You know, got to keep dogs on a leash. So I'll put Gypie on a leash and walk her to the perimeter, and then I'll let her off. But I just don't like that. She doesn't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. So we don't stay at them much. I think so far we've stayed at a campground 3 times. I think 3 times. 3 nights. So about 7.8% of the time. Is that right? Do the math. Do cipher for us, Jethro. Cipher for us, Jethro. Few of you will get that reference. So we're headed off to, what did I say it was? Hills City? Hills City. Get some coffee. And then we're going to figure out where Mount Rushmore is. I'm equally excited. Equally excited about seeing the Crazy Horse Monument that somebody's working on. I suppose it's the Lakota, but I don't know who's doing it. It's 45 degrees. It is 6:15 a.m. in the morning, and we're ready to roll. Well, alrighty then. Ooh. Another tunnel at Mount Rushmore. Well, we're 4 miles from Mount Rushmore at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't think they're going to be real busy on a Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the morning when it's raining. That's my guess. We'll see. Well, it's cool that we're really early. This is the touristy part right before the National Monument. I don't know if it is a national monument. I think it's a national memorial. I'm gonna have to do more research on that, which of course I'll forget to do. Oh, let's ask Siri. Hey Siri, is Mount Rushmore a national monument or a national memorial?
Mount Rushmore National Memorial is a United States national memorial in the west of South Dakota. This answer is from wikivoyage.org.
There's Mount Rushmore. 7:09 in the morning. We have Washington, Jefferson, Teddy, my favorite president, Roosevelt, and then Abraham Lincoln. The reason I like coming early is because I'm the only person here. Mr. Washington, Mr. Jefferson, Mr. Roosevelt, Mr. Lincoln, how are you, sirs? Well, this is pretty amazing. Being the only person here is pretty freaking amazing. Guess we'll have to find the New Hampshire flag. Idaho, looks like it. That looks like it right there too. That's incredible. Oh, it's cool down below. I'm at the end here. They've got an amphitheater. The likenesses are amazing. There's old Washington up there. Profile view. There's just nobody here. Which means I have to be very careful what I'm doing because I'm not paying attention. All right. I'm just going to let the camera roll. We could Google it. Let's Google it. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Siri, where are you? Siri, I command thee. She can be such a cunt. Sometimes she answers, sometimes she doesn't. Pisses me off. Yikes, that's a big piece of rock that fell. Wouldn't want to be under that. Well, no, I guess if you were going to get hit by a piece of rock, that'd be the one to get hit by. Because, boy, you didn't feel a damn thing. Good Lord. All right, here's the touristy part of Mount Rushmore. Outside of the park. This is not a part of the memorial. It's just the Old West looking nonsense. I don't know why this irritates me, but it does. Always has. And I'm going to suggest that all reasonable men find it irritating. All right, that was the end of it. Here we can. All right, we just entered the Crazy Horse Memorial. I see a head up there, a profile. Hi.
How many people?
Just one.
Okay, so this $12.
I've got money.
Okay. All right, there's a map for you.
Put the change in the fund.
Okay, I'll donate that, but let me get you a ticket. Okay, so take that in, that'll get you into the museums, okay?
Okay,
Have a good day.
thanks. Well, I mean, I see what's going on up there. Or I see a profile. I see a hole in the rock. See that? $12, that'll get me in the museum. He's got to go to the left. So here's the Crazy Horse Memorial site. I think you have to take a tour bus in to see it full front. I can hear equipment over there working, so they seem to be working today. I don't know if I want to leave my precious little Gypie baby pumpkin head alone that long. Because she's my baby Gypie pumpkin face, that's why. Here, look. Look how babylicious she is. See, she's being very pupalicious. She's a baby Gypie pumpkin face. We should take her for a walk. I'm going to take my little baby Gypie Pumpkinhead for a walk, and then I'm going to go into the visitor center. All right, we're on a little Highway 89 out of Custer, heading north. I'm trying to get about a couple of miles east of Thunderhead Mountain, where the Crazy Horse Memorial is being built, because I want to throw a drone up. You're not allowed to do it there, of course. And this is the closest I think I can get. And with a telephoto lens, I should be able to get a good shot if the weather clears. Got a lot of ifs here, but if it works out, it should be epic. Because I think I can get about 1.5 miles away from the memorial. Problem is, elevation's going to be an issue. Weather will be an issue. Parking will be an issue. Everything will be an issue. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is going to be a cool drive through the Black Hills National Forest. The rain has stopped for the most part. I just tried to... I threw a drone up, flew through a canyon almost 2 miles to get to the backside of Crazy Horse Memorial. So, but I got some good footage. Anyway, and now I'm on Route 87 through this perilous canyon, which is awesome. Twisties, hairpins. I don't think this is the same one I came up with yesterday. Maybe. I don't know. I've been all over these Black Hills. Route 16, Route 87, Route 85. I think I'm on 16 now. No, I can't be on 16. Low, narrow tunnel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was here yesterday. Hood tunnel. Does that ring a bell? I was in a tunnel, and it was yesterday. It'll look like this, although, I mean, let's face it, all tunnels kind of look the same. But I think I was in here yesterday. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I already have this footage from yesterday. Because here's that hairpin, and then there's going to be a hairpin not as hairy right down here. If that's the case, I'm just going to turn this off. Yeah. Wait a minute, I don't know if I do remember this. Oh, we'll let it go for a while. Well, just got off the phone with Derek. Wait a minute, what is this? Blue Star Memorial Highway. Yeah, I've been here. Beautiful twisties down this canyon. I've been up and at it since 6 o'clock. My day's about over. I'm gonna get up on I-90. We're gonna start heading east. Our next real stop and location will be going to see Susie and Tom in in or around Dayton, Ohio. I know where they actually are, but I'm not going to say. What is that called? That's not catfishing. That's when you tell where somebody lives. What is that called? There's a word for that. There's one of them newfangled words for that. Gold dusting. What is the word? Let's ask Siri. Deadening? No, not deadening. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. She won't answer me. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. It just depends in what kind of a cunty mood she's in. Oh, I'm talking to you. Hey Siri. Sometimes if I act angry, she'll answer. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Oh, she irritates me so. Now the sun comes out. Ooh, getting some beautiful shots now with the sunshine busting through. Little blue sky up there. That's nice. The Black Hills of South Dakota are freaking gorgeous. Oh yeah, these are that stand of white birch that I liked yesterday. Well, look at this beautiful bridge. It's wood. The entire bridge is wood. 2 bridges, actually. That was cool. Well, we are on I-90 East, having just visited Mount Rushmore this morning and Crazy Horse Memorial. We're gonna roll the interstate for a while, probably until I stop for the day, and then develop a eastwardly plan, maybe on a US route, maybe stick to I-90. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to make any decisions till tonight. What I'd like to find is a Best Western motel, because I think I've got a free night there. Well, it's day 44. Gypie and I are holed up in a Best Western hotel because when I stayed there last month, they had a special promotion where I got a free night. So I bought a night and got a night. So we'll be here 2 nights, get some laundry done, get some editing done, get some chilling done. All right, day 44 is over. It was a fun day. Oh, when I looked at the video about the drone for Crazy Horse was in the background. You can barely see it. So I was on the right track. I just couldn't see it in my viewfinder. Oh well.